How are we doing? Good evening. Sorry for the delayed start, but I hope you're all doing well. Great to see all of you in the chat this evening. We're live on Twitch and on Steam. Great to see you all. Lots of familiar names already in the chat. We've got Milo Murphy. How you doing? Norwegian Danny, the Husky Official, Oliver Steinmetz. We got Hor, and of course on Steam as well we have Antares. And also somebody called to say hello to my little friend. Hello. How are we all doing? Great to be with you. And we're also today joined by a very special guest in the SES studios in Prague, Wolfka. How are you doing?
Hi.
Good
Well,
to be with you.
I'm doing great.
That's good.
Yeah.
And well, you're already on the road. You're already driving, and I'm quite impressed because most of our guests at this point are just still kind of sitting in the garage. But you've decided to go
Okay,
straight onto the road.
I can just stop and we can chit
No.
chat if you want.
No, you're fine. You carry on driving. You're already getting right stuck in, and it's great to have you in the studio. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It has been pleasure.
That's good. And first things first, we need to talk about something very important here. Your costume's looking absolutely amazing. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
This is a costume of Tech Priest from Warhammer 40k. Well, it has additional parts, but I have like super cool claws, but I wasn't able to properly drive with them, so they had to go.
So you haven't got the full kit on because it might make driving a bit more problematic. But everything that we're seeing on screen right now, is this something that you've created yourself?
Yeah, I made it myself, and I hope it will be bigger in the future and better. There's still a lot of things I can do with it. So I hope the Corona thing will roll over and there will be conventions again.
Yeah, I hope so as well. I mean, it's really amazing to see how much work does go into these costumes. And you're saying it's kind of always like a work in progress project where you're always kind of changing things and adding things. Is there like a really recent addition you made to your outfit?
Well, not so recent because I stopped working on this costume when the Corona hit. And I haven't touched it since, so...
Right, okay. I mean, fair enough. When there's not really much going on, you don't really give it attention. But is it the only costume you've ever made, or have you made others as well?
No. I have another costumes. I have some costume from Witcher and from World of Warcraft.
That's awesome. I had to get out of the way because it looks really, really good.
Thank you.
Really liking it. But for those who are just joining us for the first time, welcome. If you've never tuned into one of these streams before, this is where we kind of sit back, relax a little bit, and we invite a special guest from SES Software, our studio who develops Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator, to drive along and chat with us. We learn a little bit more about their position, what they do at SES, find out a little bit more about them as well. And it's just a way for you guys in the community to kind of find out more about the people who are working here at SES. And we have Wolfka today, and maybe you want to introduce yourself a little bit, Wolfka, about what you do at SES.
Okay, I'm Wolfka. Currently I'm working in vehicle department. Before I switched to vehicles, I worked in assets, European assets. And in I think 2 or 3 minutes we will go around a little castle named Castle, which I made, and I really love it. So I just wanted to show it off.
Absolutely. No, when we get to that point, let me know, interrupt me so we can talk about it. So you're working in the vehicles department now, but you said you worked on assets, right?
Oh, here we can see it.
You can see it here?
Yeah. It's behind a tree. But it's already...
I see it, up on the hill.
Yeah.
And is this something that you worked on?
Yeah, I made
recently?
it. No. It's from 2 DLCs back, but I still love it because it's Dracula's castle, and Dracula is my favorite movie, so I just had to make it.
So it has a lot of meaning to you, basically.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I remember actually when we were showing off this DLC for the first time.
Even better during night, but yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I was going to say, when we first were showing off these areas on the blog and on the streams, I don't remember, time flies. I didn't even realize it had been that long already.
Yeah,
but it looked really beautiful at night, the way that it was lit up with the spotlights and stuff like that. It does look really pretty at night, and it gives it that kind of also almost like creepy feel as well, which I really like. But it must be really nice to see your work kind of come to life like that.
Yeah,
when you're driving around.
This house which we just went over, that's also my work, so it's really it's really nice to see your work in Word. It's like,
Yeah,
wow,
absolutely.
I made this, and
Yeah,
people saw it and they like it. Yeah.
that's a big part. And people, I mean, I can imagine thousands of drivers pass through this area virtually in game every day, and it must be really, really cool to kind of, must be very rewarding even for you when that happens.
Yeah, it is.
That,
It totally is. But
that's
let's go back to vehicle department.
sure. I mean, we can talk about sorts of
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
We're gonna be
yeah,
all
of
over the
course.
place today, so it doesn't matter. We don't really have a schedule of any sorts. But let's start off actually. Even before you joined SES, would you say your background was originally in
Oh,
art? Is it
of
something you've
course.
always done when you were young, or?
Yeah, even when I was a little child, I was constantly drawing during school.
Hmm.
Oh my god, I don't know how many problems I had because I was drawing on everything, but in the end, it worked out, and I work as a game developer and still drawing everything.
I mean, it's not a bad thing because I remember actually,
No, it's great. I
yeah, a
love
couple of
it.
people in my school who are like always drawing on their notebooks, and instead of listening to the lesson, they'll just be doodling and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
for you, for your example, of course, it's gone much further.
Well, I just wanted to do games when I was a little kid,
Hmm.
and in the end, yeah, I made it, but it was a hard way. I had to do a lot of work,
Hmm.
lot of exams, get better and better, and in the end, everything worked out. And even before I started working in SCS software, I worked in a small indie company
Hmm.
when I was hired as a 2D animator
Hmm.
on a cyberpunk RPG game. No,
Oh, okay. Wow.
sorry, not cyberpunk. I'm sorry. Not cyberpunk. Yeah, I forgot the word. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's no problem. We understand what you mean. That's really cool though. So you already had quite a bit of experience, and you managed to actually make it through school and get to kind of do those dreams that you're thinking about, which is like drawing for different game studios.
Yeah, yeah. It was a really interesting way of life.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. I'm little bit trying not to get over the road
That's
because,
fine. No
like,
worries.
I'm not a driver. I just want to say that.
That's all right. Yeah, I mean, you've probably watched some of our other streams. I mean, it's a whole different experience because for people like you, you're always kind of working outside of the game more so than actually in the game, and so
Yeah,
you barely get a chance to drive. So it gets a bit rusty when it comes to the driving. So don't
yeah.
worry about it though.
Most of my work is in Photoshop or
Hmm.
Maya.
Okay.
And when I get to driving, I have only a keyboard, so I draw with arrows and a mouse,
Hmm.
which is not great for a simulator.
So is this your first time on a wheel?
Yeah, this is my first time on a wheel.
And how's it feeling?
It's completely different, and I like it a lot. Maybe I will buy my own wheel sometime.
Maybe you can steal the one from the studio. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? We have so many of them. Great
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, it's always a completely different experience when you jump from your keyboard to your controller to your wheel. They all offer different ways of driving. Of course, when you're on a keyboard, the turns are a little bit more kind of like sudden, but when you're on a wheel, I can see already you're much smoother around the corners, which is really, really nice.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the ride and the view. Oh my god, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, this part of the map is really beautiful. And for those who don't know, we're in, and correct me if I'm wrong, we're in the road to the Black Sea area in Romania, right? Is this
Yeah,
part of Romania?
yeah. This is Transylvanian part of Romania.
Really beautiful, really, really beautiful part. So you said that you mentioned that when you're in school, you're doodling all the time. So did you actually end up going to university and actually studying like a graphics or art course?
I studied classic animation.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What you can imagine under classic animation, like those old Disney movies like Lion King,
Mm.
Beauty and the Beast.
Wow. Okay, that's really impressive because I've actually had the chance to go to Disney and see the little animator studio setup that they have in there, and that the way they animate, and it's incredible to think that movies were made that way. Where it's just like paper
Yeah,
by paper by paper by paper, and just having to always have the consistency to draw
Yeah, and
correctly the characters every time.
after you do paper by paper, then you have to redraw it to the foil,
Mm-hmm.
and
And
it goes all over again.
it's a very repetitive cycle.
But in the end, it's beautiful.
And have you actually created any animations yourself?
Yeah, I created a few short movies,
Mm-hmm.
but they are not on YouTube or anywhere. They are just in my archive.
That's fine, but I mean, still very impressive because it almost feels like we're kind of losing that sort of art style. So it's good that they're still kind of teaching it more recently, I guess, for people who want
Well,
to learn that
I'm
art style.
afraid the 2D classic animation doesn't exist no more in my university. I think I was one of the last people.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, it is fading out, which is a shame, of course, but it's still very, very cool that you got to learn it. And so then from that university course, did you then go into that first job in that indie studio that you were mentioning?
Yeah. I went straight there even when I was still studying.
Oh wow.
Yeah, in the last year I already worked during school, but it was okay because there was not too much of courses. It was usually it was usually just 5 to 6 hours a week, and then just a lot of drawing.
And would you say that you learned a lot from that job? Was there any new skills that you picked up?
Yeah, actually, after we finished that game, we started working on a 3D game, and I learned how to do 3D models in 3ds Max.
Wow. Okay.
And
Yep.
after 2 years, I applied to SES software, and I was hired.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So that's really cool. So based on those skills that you learned there, you actually able to transfer them over here to SES software.
Yeah.
And do you do a lot of this kind of work in your spare time as well to kind of freshen up on your skills, would you say? Or do you learn most of it now from work here?
Well, now I learn most just by working here, but I'm trying to get a new skill here and there.
That's great. That's really, really cool to hear. So from when you changed jobs, was it something you applied for at SES? Did you find the job yourself or did you get approached?
When I changed jobs, yeah, well, I found job. I found I'm sorry. I found a job myself, and I already have a few of my friends here. So I asked them, "Hey, how it's in SES?" And everyone says, "Yeah, there is. Everyone is nice here, and everything is super cool." And I was like, "Yeah, let's try it."
Yeah, because I was going to ask about, what was your kind of decision process behind it? Because, of course, from the outside, it can seem a little bit strange if you've never played Euro Truck Simulator 2 before, or American Truck Simulator. You're like, trucks, like it's just
Yeah,
trucks.
let's try trucks.
Yeah, but there's a lot more to it. Of course, as you've explained and shown us already, you got the assets all around. You have the castle, and not just that, the vehicles as well, and they all require a lot of 3D design work on them as well. And so there is actually a lot more, obviously, to the in-game universe than people might think than just driving trucks, of course.
Well, as for vehicles, I mostly work in Photoshop. I'm doing the 2D part mostly.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. So you're like working on all the different textures and such?
Yeah, and like it's almost back to roots.
Back to the old roots again.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. So you've been working at SES Software for how long now have you been working here?
I think it's 2.5 years.
2.5 years. Okay, yeah. I've just gone past my well, not long past my 2 years, so like 2 years and a few months now. I joined in October of 2018, and it's amazing how time flies in that. So when you first arrived, what was kind of one of the first big assignments that you got assigned to working on? Do you remember?
Well, it was a small house for a Baltic DLC, I think. And I spent so much time because I was learning Maya, because I was working in 3ds Max before. And in the end, it has, I think, 4 variations, and I still like the small little house. Maybe I will 3D print it. one day as a reminder where I started and where I am now.
That would be really nice, actually. That's a cool little kind of like physical like momentum sort of thing that you can kind of have in your office or around the house, right? Just to make you remember it. That's very cool. And so moving to kind of through the projects, what other projects have you worked on that have already been released so far for SES software?
Well, it was a road to the Baltic Sea, Black
Hmm.
Sea,
Hmm.
Balkan, and I came here at the end of Balt. So those
Okay.
3 DLCs.
Oh, wow. Okay. So would you say you've been mainly responsible for a lot of the assets that we see on the road? What are some things that maybe if a driver was driving through now as we see, is there anything you could point out that you're like, oh yeah, I did a bit of this, I did a bit of
Uh,
that?
right here, not, but I did some billboards
Mm-hmm.
and paint jobs for trailers
Mm-hmm.
in those DLCs. So maybe we can see it a little bit later.
Maybe, yeah, maybe if either we get lucky and see a truck or in a truck editor as
Yeah.
well. So do you have to then work with a lot of different departments, right, when you're creating these things? I imagine you'd work with like research and also other artists to kind of help you out when you're creating these different assets.
Well, it's not that hard because we already have researchers who research things for us.
Hmm.
So we have references and we know what to do. And if I'm doing those billboards or something, I have free hand and I can do whatever I think is the best.
Hmm. And then I imagine you'd have to present quite a few different options, and then somebody would choose what they prefer, or how does it get decided in the end?
Uh, it's collective work. Sometimes I'm just out of ideas, so I just stop working and ask people, hey, what do you think the good idea would be for this or that? And they're like, yeah, maybe you should do it like this. And I
Hmm.
think about it, and usually it helps a lot
Hmm.
because even if I'm creative a lot, and sometimes I'm just stuck and without ideas.
Yeah, that happens, doesn't it? I mean, I even get it as well when I'm writing the blogs. I have a bit of like a what they call like a writing block sometimes, where you just can't seem to think of anything creative for the blog or what to write for it, sort of thing. And I imagine it that most people who work in our department also have those days as well, where they're just like, I just can't seem to think of something for this for
Yeah.
for whatever I'm creating. We all have our days, that's for sure. um, so you mentioned some of the assets that you've been working on, but what would you say is like? Would you say you've really had any like challenging parts of your job that you find quite difficult sometimes?
Of course, there were some challenging parts, but I overcome them and came victorious, obviously.
Which is a really good
Otherwise,
thing.
I think I wouldn't be there anymore.
But I mean, it's good because it means that you're learning a lot, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
And I'm
one
at,
of those biggest challenges was just asset for upcoming DLC,
hmm.
which had so many details, and I had to look for them for hours and
Mm.
remodel it a few times.
And it just felt like it was kind of like non-stop when you were doing that, almost like I just
Yeah,
can't seem to find it.
and I was constantly unhappy with myself.
That's good. Well, it's great to hear that you've been making progress within company and creating these things. I'm sure people might not realize it, but all these little details just make the biggest difference. You know, maybe someone really does appreciate your work out there. I imagine lots of people do. As you pointed out, the castle being one of the bigger landmarks. And have you worked on any other kind of landmarks like that within the
Yeah,
game?
yeah, I have a few churches.
Hmm.
Uh, phew. I never made like collection of assets I made, but maybe I should that in the future so I can
Yeah, maybe
present them.
almost like a little portfolio or something just to kind of
Yeah.
showcase your work. And so when you're creating like an asset like the Bran Castle, for example, I imagine you'd have to use like a lot of reference shots to kind of figure out the shapes and the sizing and everything and the scale. I imagine that can be quite hard, especially from you got to think about the perspective of the driver, right?
Yeah, you have sometimes changed it a little bit to fit to our environment, but
Hmm.
our research department is just awesome, and you just ask, and yeah, you got
I've,
your things delivered on a silver plate.
yeah, I've heard that the research department have been doing wonders recently, and they're almost like the kind of the savior of the company, almost in a sense, when
Yeah,
it comes to a lot of things, right?
definitely.
Always working hard out there, that's for sure. So, what would you say some of the things that some of your more favorite things that you can work on? Do you have anything that you really enjoy working on here in the company?
I really like doing paint jobs.
Hmm.
It's really creative, and I can do whatever I feel and try how it works.
And what paint jobs have you worked on in the past?
Well, those are just trailer paint jobs.
Hmm.
And oh, I just remembered.
Hmm.
I did textures for this Christmas DLC.
Oh, you did the pictures, did you say?
Yeah. The
Uh,
textures.
oh, right.
Those owls
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in on pillows.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, because that was I really like the different kind of rewards and stuff that we had, and all the different designs that we had for this year's Christmas event. It was a really, really cool actually event. So that's really, really cool to know that you were a part of that as well. And would you say that you're like one of the main people in your job role, or do you have other colleagues that you work with?
No, I'm definitely not one of the main people. I'm just trying to do my job, and
So
I have a lot of awesome colleagues in my department.
mhm. How many people are within your team? Would you say
Well, I think about 10.
10 of you? Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize myself that it was that big.
maybe 9. I'm not sure right now. I never counted them.
That's fair enough. So you all get
Oh,
assigned
those
different things,
billboards.
right?
Yeah, they are mine.
Oh, these are your billboards?
Yeah.
So which billboard is this? This is
This is for some dog food.
dog food. Okay.
Yeah,
I guess you
because
have to get creative with
everyone
those.
loves dogs.
Are you the person who really enjoys putting lots of puns on the billboards as well? Do you like doing those? Because I see like there's always like some sort of in joke sometimes on the billboards.
Yeah. I'm trying to add something little extra.
Hmm. Yeah, because I remember like seeing quite a few different funny billboards, and I'm not sure. Have you done ones in American Truck Simulator as well?
No. I'm doing only things for
Only
Europe.
in only in Europe. Only in Europe. Okay.
And
Okay.
still, I'm sad I didn't add a little Dracula silhouette to Castle.
Were you thinking of
Yeah.
doing that?
No, I will leave it as it is.
Fair enough. I was thinking maybe one day we could see an appearance or something, but maybe
Maybe.
not.
But you can edit yourself. I think there is still a little bit of free space in texture.
I mean, would be quite cool if somebody kind of almost like had like a little silhouette or something in a window, just kind of staring out at the drivers. But I'm not sure if they would see that small of a detail. But for those who like to use free cam and check out things up close, maybe they would see it. So
Yeah.
yeah, but impressive either way. I mean, it sounds like you have a lot of skills, because using things like Photoshop and Maya, they aren't easy to learn off the bat. And when it comes to creating these things, are you using a tablet, or what kind of tools are you using?
I usually use a tablet,
Hmm.
or sometimes even when tablet is not enough, I'm drawing on iPad
Oh, okay. And
because
and
I
I
can
was
see
going to say, it's easy to
directly what I'm
transfer.
drawing there.
Yeah. And it makes it kind of easier to do more like freehand movements. So I can't
Yeah,
imagine using a mouse would be very easy at all.
using a mouse to draw this,
Yeah.
maybe someone can master it, but it's not me.
Yeah. I mean, I've tried it before because I have Photoshop as well, and yeah, I can't get a smooth movement on it. So I imagine using like a stylus or something like that would be much easier to try with
That
the drawing
helps a
for sure.
lot.
I think it'll definitely be easier. So for any kind of aspiring artists out there, is there any kind of tips that you give people who want to get into this sort of kind of
Draw a
field of
lot,
work?
draw a lot, draw all the time.
Hmm.
Try to get better every time. Find someone who can say and make constructive critique of your work,
Hmm.
and it will help you. It
So
will help you
feedback
a
is
lot.
important.
Yeah, feedback is really important.
And I'm guessing that's something you're always kind of improving upon and building upon as well.
I'm trying my best.
Well, it's certainly paying off, that's for sure. I mean, I think a lot of people can say that the game is wonderful and all those little things make a big difference from the billboards to the buildings, which is really cool. So you also talked about the textures in the truck as well. What kind of things in the truck are you working on, for example?
Well, right now I'm working on lamp masks
Hmm.
because we have new lighting system and
Hmm.
we have to change them so they are working correctly
Oh, right. So you have to go through
through
all the different assets to get the lighting correct
through,
on them
through all tracks.
for all the old trucks.
Yeah.
I can imagine that's is it? I can imagine that's very easy. I imagine because it's such a kind of more complicated system for the visual lights that you would have to change a lot on these assets, or is it a big change? Would you say?
It's not a big change, but it's really repetitive because you
Hmm.
have to do it on all the European tracks which I'm
Hmm.
working on.
Hmm.
And when you change something, you have to go back to game and try if it works. And if it
Hmm.
don't, change it again, save, and do this 10, 20 times until everything is nice.
I can imagine that the hardest things would maybe like the steering wheel and such. Is that like something you're working on and changing in the dashboard as well, or is that something you don't touch?
I'm not touching dashboards. Uh, Still, I'm just 3 months in a vehicle department, which is not a long time.
Hmm.
So maybe in the future I will do some things like that,
Hmm.
but not now.
But not now.
That's not my job.
That's fair enough. Yeah. I mean, I was just wondering on what sort of like different parts of the truck would you would be changing or working on, but I imagine it's just mainly all the textures that you see in front of you, right?
All external light, like if I stop,
Hmm.
those lights you can see the brake
Okay.
lights and everything.
Okay. Good to know. Very, very interesting. So there you go. When you see those brake lights, people, you will know that
That
you've
maybe
met the
I broke it.
person. You've met the person who's
Yeah.
worked on those. That's it. You got Wolfka working on those very, very hard right now. And I gotta say, I don't know if you've tried the visual light system for yourself. I imagine you have a little bit seen it because of all the work you're doing on the trucks, but it does look very, very impressive. I'm looking forward to people trying it out in the future for sure.
Yeah.
I think
I
it'll be very,
can't
very
wait
exciting.
until it's in a game.
Yeah, it'll be very, very nice to kind of. I guess it'll be very rewarding for you, right? Because you've been working so hard at it.
Yeah, we hope that everything will work out.
And that's the.
So which one?
All
Yeah,
right, so you're
maybe
choosing a job, going to where would you want to go?
to Poland, Warsaw, or
Yeah, if you,
something shorter.
it's honestly completely up to you. Maybe Poland's a little bit long. What are the other offers you have there? Those are quite shorter ones, are they?
Yeah, but I can take it and then take
Yeah, sure.
another.
So, yeah, sounds good. Sounds good because we've still got the parking challenge. For those who don't know, the
Oh,
parking challenge
I'm
at the
so
end.
scared of it.
I know you're dreading it. I know you're dreading it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in the end, worst comes to worst, if you're unable to do it, that's
No,
completely
I
fine.
will do it even if it takes 10 minutes.
Okay, we're down. You're committed. I like it.
Yeah. Somehow I will manage.
That's good.
Yeah.
All
Yeah, I
right, so
can
you
do
got your
it.
load there. You have to go pick it up.
Maybe.
We're going to try to squeeze around the side there. That's good. If you're just joining us, folks, welcome, by the way. It's good to have you with us. We're live on Steam and on Twitch right now for this interview and gameplay stream with Wolfka. And if you're just joining us, do not worry, because this will be available for playback on our official YouTube channel. We've had some of our other streams there in the past as well go up recently with Trucker Dog and Chender and all sorts of fun people from SES Software. You can check us out on the official YouTube channel there as well. And also, if you haven't heard already, if you haven't seen our latest blog from this morning, we actually do have a World of Trucks event as well that is just started today. It's the hashtag Calling Hope event. And you can find out all the details for that at our blog. blog.scsoft.com is where you'll find out all the official announcements first. Or you can head over to worldoftrucks.com Or if you're on the latest version of the game and the most updated version of the game, just head in game and you'll see at the top of your game, you'll see World of Trucks kind of progress bar up there, and it'll tell you all the instructions and everything you need to know to take part in the event as well. Just make sure you have a connected World of Trucks account at worldoftrucks.com. Connect that to your game, and you're pretty much set to go with the external contract. So again, if you want to find out all the information for that, head over to our blog,
Oh no, it's
blog.scstuff.com.
opening.
Oh, which way are you heading? You can go straight on.
Yeah. I thought I had to do the U-turn.
No, I think the
No.
garage door should open for you. There we go. Perfect stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so we've now come to the part of our stream where we have a quick questions round. And basically, we have some very simple questions for you to answer.
Okay.
We can talk about them a little bit as well because it's also very interesting. I know they call it a quick question rounds, but we end up usually spend up a long time on it. So we're going to start off very, very simple. But maybe, I don't know, maybe you don't really have a preference because maybe you don't drive that much. But do you prefer American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator 2?
Euro Truck Simulator 2.
For sure. I can
Yeah,
imagine
I'm
why.
sure. I did some assets there.
Yeah, of course, exactly. I mean, it's not favoritism, guys. You know, no favoritism. Do you have a favorite truck?
I guess it would be Cascadia.
Cascade. I mean, that is a very nice truck. I've actually been driving that truck a lot in American Truck Simulator. Really, really nice truck. So that's a good choice. That's a good choice. Do you have a favorite DLC?
The Road to the Black Sea.
Road to the Black Sea. Again, beautiful part of Europe. I can see why. Do you prefer driving in interior camera or exterior camera?
Exterior.
Exterior.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, feel free to drive exterior if you wanted to now.
No,
but that's completely up to you.
with steering wheel, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah? Oh, you're getting
But
used
with
to
keys,
it.
only exterior.
By the end of it, you're going to be a pro trucker. Don't worry about it. You've got your experience now. Do you prefer to do hard or easy parking?
I'm skipping parking.
Skipping parking.
Yeah.
Even better. Even better. I like that answer. What is one of the first things you do when you wake up in the morning? Do you have like a coffee? Do you have some food?
I think I pet our dogs and then I have a coffee.
Did you say pet your dogs?
Yeah.
Whoa, what dogs do you have if you don't mind me asking?
Chihuahuas.
You have chihuahuas?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Do you have like one or two of them, or how many do you have?
Two cute little boys.
Two cute little boys. You should have brought them on the stream. You should have brought them along. That would have been nice to see some dogs
Maybe
on the
next
stream.
time.
That's cool. That's cool. Do you have a favorite food?
Steak?
Steak.
Yeah.
How do you like your steak done? Do you have a preference?
Blue rare.
Blue rare.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I've never had. Do you know? I've never had.
Yeah,
I don't think I've
just
ever had a
walk
rare
with my
steak.
steak around the grill and it's fine.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a blue because I usually have a medium rare steak. It's my go-to, but maybe I should try it one day. Do you like Would you recommend it to other people? Has it got a strong taste or?
I don't recommend anything to anyone because everyone has different taste and
True.
like things different.
True. I can respect that for sure. Do you have a favorite drink? It can be alcoholic or non-alcoholic, up to you.
Mojito Imperial. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
normal mojito, but instead of soda there is champagne.
Oh wow, okay, that's fancy. That's also something else I haven't had. Maybe I'll have to try that drink as well. Do you have a favorite genre of music?
Gaming soundtracks.
Gaming soundtracks. Do you have any favorite gaming soundtracks in particular?
No, I just listen to everything and then decide if I like it or not. And the taste changes all the time.
Hey, that's fair enough. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I like all sorts of music. And so when someone asks me my favorite song or favorite artist, I just tell them it really depends on my mood.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, one day I can be like feeling rock and heavy metal, and then the next day I could be listening to country music. You know, it could be it could be anything. Do you have a favorite movie?
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Ooh, yeah. You mentioned that earlier as well. Yeah, you love Dracula, so that
Yeah,
does not surprise me at all.
that's why I was fighting for Bran Castle.
Do you have a favorite game?
World of Warcraft?
World of Warcraft. How long have you been playing that for?
13, 14 years, I'm not sure right now.
Wow. Okay, because I
It's
know that.
been such a long time. I started playing during Burning Crusade
Mhm.
and playing till now.
Because I just had the most recent expansion come out, right?
Yeah, it was 3 months ago, 2 months,
Hmm.
not sure right now.
Yeah,
Because
I haven't.
time passes really weird during Corona.
It does. It really, really does. That's for sure. Because I have a lot of friends that are playing that game right now, and they seem to disappear when they play that game. I never get to. I know because
Yeah,
they're always doing a raid or something. So I'm like, hey,
because they
are you
are in the
okay?
afterlife.
Yeah. So I'm always asking, hey, you okay? They're like, yeah, I'm just playing World of Warcraft. I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's no problem. I know people get really stuck into that game, but I've never really played it myself. But it does look like a lot of fun, and I know a lot of people have really big clans and lots of really cool adventures together. So I know a lot of people enjoy it. I think does Namiro play it as well? I think he used to
I
play
think,
World of
yeah,
Warcraft.
I think.
Yeah, I think Namiro used to play it as
There
well.
is
So
just a lot of stuff to do,
mm,
and everyone can find something which he likes or doesn't like.
yeah, I
It
can imagine
matters.
there's lots of different roles for everybody to kind of find and do, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you prefer PlayStation, a PC, or an Xbox?
PC.
PC all the way. I like it. I like it when people say PC because it's also my favorite. So
Yeah.
once I think I went up to PlayStation 3, and then after that I got a PC, and then I've never changed from PC after that. So
Well, sometimes I'm playing on consoles, but not that much.
what consoles do you have? Do you have a PlayStation or
We have PS4 and PS3 and also Switch.
oh Switch as well? Okay, cool. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got a Switch as well. It's a lot of fun. I usually just play Animal Crossing on it though because it's
Me
just
too.
relaxing.
That's the only game I play there.
Yeah, it's relaxing to kind of, I guess when you have like a design or creative mind, it's a really good game to play because you have to place everything and look after
Yeah,
everything
and
and
change your whole island block by block.
yep, exactly, yeah, and pay loans and whatnot as well.
Exactly.
It's almost like real happy life. But and the final question from our quick question round is um one thing you like most about working at SCS Software. Is there one thing that you really enjoy?
Definitely colleagues. They are awesome.
100%. Yeah, I can agree with that. Everyone that I've spoken to, either here on stream or met in the offices so far, have been really, really friendly and really, really cool. And I know there's a lot of new colleagues as well. I remember when I came back one time to the office during summer, and there was so many new people that I didn't even know. After we came back for a little bit, and then obviously we went back to home office again. So
Yeah,
yeah,
today I met so many faces. I was like, hey, who are you? I didn't know you.
yeah, it's exactly like that. Exactly like that. Yeah, it almost feels weird going back to the office. Actually, when I went there last, it almost felt a bit strange. Like
Yeah, it
hadn't been
definitely
there in
was.
such a long time.
After what, another 3 months
Mhm.
at home office, going to
Mhm.
work, I was like, yeah, what I'm doing here?
Yeah,
I should be
it is a
working. I
strange
should be at
feeling.
home.
Exactly, exactly. Well, that's the end of our quick questions round. For all of our quick questions there. But if you have any questions in the chat, folks, feel free to start posting them now. I hope you don't mind, Wolfgang. I'll try pick some good questions. I promise. But
Of course, I believe
if you
you.
have any if you have any questions about Wolfga's job, the kind of things that happen at SCS, or about the costume or cosplay that you do as well, then please feel free to throw something in the chat. We'll be more than happy to ask Wolfka a few questions while you're driving around, of course, and getting to your destination not too far. Now, only 2 hours to go, which isn't too long, right? I
Yeah, it
think
should be like, yeah, it should be short.
it should be short, yeah. And then when you reach your destination, what we'll do the parking challenge at that point, which I know you've been. Did you have
I've
a little
been
bit of a
ready in that
practice, right?
moment. I was practicing for a few hours, but You know,
Do
it's just few hours.
you know what? I think you're gonna do fine. I've got confidence in you. I think you're gonna do absolutely fine. Just
I will do it somehow. I will manage.
I would say my biggest tip would be, and I'm not great at it either, so don't probably listen to me, but just take it easy. Don't rush. Just nice and slow movements is what I usually say. So, so we got a question here from Frog asking, I want to ask Wolfa if she plans to make her tech priest with some more add-ons, and what about some iconic weapons?
Yeah, I'm still working on this costume. It's like the base form right now. It will be like more parts and more things in the future. And I have a power axe already, but I'm planning to make another one. I just don't have them here with me because where to put them during the stream, I don't know.
True. That's really cool to hear, though. Artem, so I'm gonna butcher some names today on stream. I really apologize to everybody that I'm saying the names of your usernames. But Artem Reichtum asking, is Wolfka also, have you ever worn your costumes in the office before? Is this your first time?
It's not my first time. I wore them during Halloween and sometimes when I'm running late for a convention, and if it's in Prague, sometimes I just have a costume with me and go to convention from work.
Nice. So you have worn it in the office before for Halloween?
Yeah.
And was it the same costume or a different one?
No, different costume.
Which costume were you wearing?
I had a costume also from Warhammer, but this time it was Inquisition.
Oh, okay. Wow, very cool. I must have missed that one. I think because you're based on, I think you're on the other side of the office to me actually, and the office is so big we just don't get to see everybody in a day. It feels like when you're walking from one end of our office to the other end, it feels like you're going to a different country almost. It's like,
like
it's
oh, I need to pick a little snack. I'm going there.
It's almost like a trek and like a very long walk. You almost feel like you need a border control in the middle, you know, to check your identification or something. But yeah, I know usually when there's somebody at the other side of the office, I don't see them that much. Uh-oh. There goes a few signs. It's okay.
Yeah,
we didn't
just
see
a
it.
few signs.
We didn't see it. It's just a few signs. Let's see what other questions that we have here. Let me have a little scroll up here. Is Photoshop the only graphics program you work with? If not, tell me about the others, asks Nonstromo Ask.
It's not the only one. I also work in Procreate, which is for iPad. And I also sometimes use Clip Studio Paint.
Very cool. Very cool. Those are. See, I'm only familiar with Photoshop. See, I think most people are, but I guess they're more specialized programs. Would you say?
I don't think so. Photoshop is a really robust software and it's very complex. But if you really want to do the illustration or painting, maybe I would suggest another program.
Okay.
There are lots and lots of free or trial programs, so try and what suits you best.
So it's whatever makes you comfortable, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely an important part of it. Coffee Cats, this is, I guess, more of a suggestion than a question, but asking SCS MMORPG when? Ye Old Wagon Simulator. We'd love to see it.
Tomorrow, of course.
Confirmed on the stream.
Oh, and there will be flying unicorns.
There you go. You heard it here first, folks. Now we're just having a laugh, but I mean, who knows? In the future, I mean, if there's enough popularity for it, who knows? Who knows? Let's see if there's any other questions here. Are there plans to add? Oh, maybe we can't. I'm not sure if I can answer that one, so I'm not going to say that one actually. But yeah, keep asking your questions in the chat, folks, because we will get to them. We will get to them for sure, and we're not too far off the parking challenge as well. Unfortunately, we can't answer any questions about future stuff or maybe stuff you heard in the Christmas stream. I know a lot of you are excited for quite a few of the things that we teased there. I'm not sure, Wolfgar, if you had a chance to watch any of that stream, but there was a lot of things that were announced in that stream that the community is very, very excited
Yeah,
about.
I watched some of them streams, but definitely not all.
Yeah, because they do get quite long, especially the Christmas ones. They go on for a little bit. But
Yeah.
they announced quite a few things, and I know the community are very, very excited about it. So for everyone that's asking about 1.40 and other things as well, it comes in due time, I promise. Keep an eye on our blogs, keep an eye on our social media. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. You can find us at SCS Software and also at our blog as well, blog.scssoft.com, and you'll find all of the latest news there. We promise we'll post it there first when we're ready to tell you more about it, that's for sure. And this is the only problem I find with these border crossings. They are quite long to get through, aren't they, with all these different barriers?
Yeah. Oh, one more winter.
It's like barrier after barrier after barrier.
It's a good training for that challenge.
You think, yeah, true? And
Yeah.
you got your trailer on your back as well, so...
Can I just lose it somewhere or something?
Just mistakenly forget it?
Yeah.
No, we need that trailer. We definitely need that trailer. Otherwise, we won't be able to do the challenge. But I'm sure you're going to be fine. I mean, we have... I don't know if you know... we have Sissel in the chat right now as well. And he's very, very excited for the parking challenge. He's saying park, park, park.
Talking of Sissel, we had once a really big debate about Iran billboard, and since that time I'm Iran girl. Yeah, he calls me that, and I love it. It's funny.
That's great. Yeah, and for those who are just joining, and there's a few of you joining as well, and if you're quite confused, that yes, this is a cosplay costume that Wolfka is wearing. It's not an everyday outfit or something for the world and what's going on right now. It is something that Wolfka has created themselves, and it's really, really awesome to see the detail and work that's gone into it. But it's not the full costume, unfortunately. Otherwise, it'd be a lot harder to drive, which probably wouldn't help you at all. I can't imagine. Because what other parts again? What did you say you were missing?
Well, I was trying to drive with like big claws, but I just wasn't able to grab the steering wheel properly. And there was a lot of clicking because it has many moving parts. So I had to get rid of that. Also, some parts of my face masks are gone, and big backpack.
So on the actual face mask, was there like pipes coming out of it, or?
Yeah. There are supposed to be pipes here and on the other side. Well,
Okay. I did because I did see the holes, and I wasn't sure if there was meant to be like the two pipes going in and then under, right? Is where they usually go.
Yeah. It's in a promo picture which was for the stream.
Oh yeah, of course. In the promotional picture. Yeah, it looks really, really good. Somebody asked, does she get a costume from the company if she doesn't have her own? I don't think SCS supply any cosplay costumes at this point.
Never heard of it, but I might ask.
I can't imagine what they would look like if they did, or what they would be of.
Costume of trucker, or maybe a truck?
Can you cosplay a truck? That's a question.
Yeah,
sure. If anyone
why
wants
not?
to try that, why not? I mean, give it a try. I imagine it'll be quite challenging. Maybe it'll take a few people, but it could definitely happen. All right. So where is everybody watching from, by the way? Let us know in the chat. Where is everybody tuned in from? I would actually like to know, because there's quite a few watching now. So let us know where in the world you're watching. For those who don't know, hello, my name is Alex. I'm currently live to you from the United Kingdom in London, and we have Wolfka in Prague in the Czech Republic. And chat, what about you? We got Sydney, Australia. We got Turkey, Scotland, Germany, Singapore, Estonia, the UK, Russia, Vienna, Dorset, Germany, the Czech Republic, Idaho, USA, Chicago. Sissel says 250 meters away. I think he's the closest.
Yeah.
Russia, Toronto, Canada, Romania. We got somebody from Romania, Florida, France, Turkey, Hungary, Spain, Luxembourg. Very, very cool. It's always great to know Somebody said Liberty City. Is that a real city? I think that's just the one from GTA, right? Costa Rica, China. Great to have you all along with us. Thanks for tuning in for the stream tonight, and I hope you're all doing well and safe as well during this time, and in our new year as well. It's amazing to think that we're almost through January. I mean, I just don't know where the time is going already, almost into February, which is
Yeah, it's running
really
too
scary.
fast.
It is really running so fast away, and I honestly I can't wait for things to return back to normality. I think, especially for me, as you can probably tell from the streams, my hair's been getting crazier and crazier every time since the barbers are closed here and the hairdressers are closed here as well. So I almost feel like probably in the next stream, if they're not open, then I'm probably going to have to start wearing hats. It's
Maybe
probably
it's time to start to shave your hair yourself.
I've done that once in my life. I've shaved my hair once in my life,
Maybe
and
it would be funny.
I'm never doing it again. I looked awful. I didn't really like it. So it's not going to be me. And of course, folks, as well, if you didn't hear me already mention it earlier in the stream, we also have our new World of Trucks event as well. That's just started this morning. You can go check it out at blog.scssoft.com. That's the Hoarding Hope event, where you can earn in-game rewards as well for hauling trailers across Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator. And it's more of a salute to the truckers who are working hard during this time and during the pandemic as well. So if you would like to take part in that, head over to blog.scssoft.com or head over to worldoftrucks.com. Or if you're already in game and just having a listen to us, because I know quite a few of you do, then just press escape, and on your main menu there at the top you'll see like a little bar that tells you about the World of Trucks event progress that is happening. And yeah, of course, let us know if you're taking part in that by tweeting us or Instagramming us or whatever you want to do. Share a photo with us. Use the hashtag Hoarding Hope and make sure to tag us at SCS Software as well, because we love to see your photos, and that's the great thing about this community. You're always sending us really, really cool things, and we even like to share them within our internal chats as well with all the different staff members as well. And it's really, really cool to see your feedback and how you're thinking about things, and also your photos and your creativity as well, because there's a lot of really cool videos and such that come out of the community as well. It's probably my favorite thing to kind of watch in the morning when I wake up and just kind of check the feeds of what's going on and seeing what the community is up to as well, for sure.
We
All
are
right,
almost there.
almost there. How are you feeling about it?
It's getting worse minute by minute, but still, I will park somehow. I will manage.
You will do it. You will do it.
Yeah.
Trust me. And chat.
If it will be terrible, I will come next time, and
That's fine. Yeah, we can do it again. That's for sure.
Yeah,
we can
definitely.
get you back. But chat, I really want you to bring some positive vibes into the chat from when we start the parking challenge, and I'm sure you'll do your best, because Wolfka, first time on a steering wheel, so you know it's not going to be easy. That's for sure. So, but I'm sure we'll get there in the end. That's for sure. All right. So arriving in which country did we end up going to again? I forgot, because we were originally going to go to Poland, but I think we went down instead. I can see there you're arriving in. Is it pronounced Pleven?
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 Maybe.
This is
Not
always
sure.
the trouble for me. This is always the biggest trouble for me, is pronouncing names. I'm terrible at it. All right. It is almost parking time, folks, so stay tuned for just a few moments. We'll be at the industry and we'll begin, and I'll let you know the rules. We'll let you take a breather for a few minutes before we start, so it doesn't go straight into it. But and Tares says, do it slow and steady and it will work. That's exactly what I said earlier. It's good advice there, my friend. Good advice.
No rush.
No rush. All right, so here we are. And this is the industry, I think, here on the right-hand side. I've got to get myself ready here as well. All right, so if you approach, the green marker, and then just click on, or stop on it, and then click enter.
1 more meter, yeah.
There you go, boom. Okay, and then just click on where do you need it, and then
Oh,
okay, so
that would be fun.
That's quite an interesting spot, I gotta say.
Yeah.
It looks like you got to go all the way around here, so I think you've got it a little
Yeah.
bit harder this time. But what the rules are basically, you can use any camera angle you like, so you can go exterior if you want to. You can use interior, whatever you like, and basically, we'll time you from the start, from whenever you start moving. So
Okay.
you can sit there for a little bit and just kind of meditate if you need to, or whatever you need to do to kind of relax. And then once you start moving, we'll start the timer, and then until you get it into the green, then we'll stop the timer then. But I think we have the leaderboard up, but we won't worry about that now. We'll look at that a little bit later. I know it's your first time, so I don't want to put any pressure on you. But yeah, you got this.
Yeah.
I believe in you. I believe in you. So whenever you're ready, you feel free to start driving, and we'll start the timer.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's do this. The timer starts now. There we go. Timer has started, folks. CDP for Life says, Wolfka, I'm wishing you the best. Much love. Quite an interesting industry, this one, actually. I don't think we've had this one before on the parking challenge. So this will definitely be new. Sissel saying, cheer for Wolfka. Stuka Frog saying, Wolfka, you will make it. There's a lot of belief. Elmo saying, you can do it.
No, 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 no. Yeah, I feared. This will happen.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it hasn't given you an easy one. Unfortunately, this industry is a very, very hard one. And it's not easy with the trailer either, that's for sure. We'll just buff out, yeah, don't worry. The trucks are going to be fine, don't worry, folks. The trucks will be fine.
Phew.
Wait, is this spot inside of the hangar, or is it?
No, no, no. It's behind it.
It's behind it?
Yeah, it's behind it.
Okay. I was wondering. It's on the, I think people are saying that maybe it's on the other side, right?
There is no other side.
On the left side of it, I think.
Well, then I just spend 2 minutes doing nothing.
That's
It
fine, that's
can
fine.
happen. Do I have some time limit or?
No time limit.
Oh, awesome. So when I'm done.
When you're done, you're done. Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Cool. Prepare for a long stream and long night.
I mean, chat's giving you some tips here. They're saying it should be. They think it's by the fence over there, and if you like straighten it and then move all the way back and move towards that way, then it should help you.
That's what I'm trying to do, but
That's
is it
nice
straight
and
enough?
like that. Yep. And say straighten the wheels and then go into reverse, I'd say. It's not easy keeping that trailer straight for sure. That's it. Slow but steady. Straighten up the wheels, I'd say. That's it.
Yeah, but wow. This is gonna be a long night.
By all means, if you feel like, yeah, I mean, Sissel's right here in the chat is saying this is the most difficult any of the people have got on industry wise. I think you got unlucky here with the industry because it is a very hard one. So by all means, if you feel like you're not gonna be able to complete it, then that's okay as well.
No.
If you're determined, then we'll keep going. We'll let you go.
Give me 10 more minutes. I will do it. Can I get then a consolidation prize, like a lollipop or something?
Talk to Nimiro. I think he can sort something out for sure. I'm a little bit far away to help you out for sure. Yeah, if you keep heading in that direction. Towards the fence.
Yeah.
Then you should be good. Or maybe what you could do is just do a U-turn in your truck, and then head straight towards the fence forward instead of backwards.
Oh yeah.
And then turn around there by the corner.
Yeah. That's maybe a good idea.
That's it. If you keep going round, so you can see the edge of the spot there. That's it there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you keep going back, so you get yourself straight, looking towards the fence, and you can move your mouse around as well to look around the truck if you need to. And then I'd say, yeah, go all the way full lock right, and then straighten your truck out. That's it. And if you look straight now, and then go straight towards the fence that's dead ahead of you, not that fence, but the other fence nearer to the.
This one?
Yeah, that one there, and then you could just pull a Yui in that space maybe, or try go towards the spot and then come back out again. It is hiding behind the bunker. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is hiding.
Well, I'm afraid I'm unable to do this one.
It is a very hard one, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel really bad because I didn't realize
I'm
this industry
sorry.
was going to be so hard.
I tried. So next time.
She tried. Wolfka tried. Well, that doesn't matter because I think there's a very admirable effort because first time on a wheel, and it's not easy. And you don't play the game that much either, do you?
Oh, well, actually, no.
Not that much, but that's okay because not all spots are easy, and that is a very tough spot. Like Cecil was saying,
maybe
the hardest one.
Next time I will be more lucky and more skilled.
I think we should bring you back to try the challenge at some point again in the future. I don't know when, but I think if we got you in an easier spot, then you'll definitely do it. Because I feel like this is a very hard spot that was given to you, unfortunately. But,
this can happen.
That's all right.
Life.
No, you tried it. You gave it your best shot, and that is more than we can ask. So I think everyone was very happy with your effort. I think that was a very admirable effort you. So well done anyway. Either way, I mean, it's great to see you try. And I think a lot of people might have just copped out and said, "No, that's it. I'm not doing that one." I think quite a few people would have said, "I'm not doing it." So no, well done to you. We appreciate you trying either way.
I guess it will. Maybe I will be able to park, but it would be like next half an hour, maybe hour, and I guess we don't have all the time.
Hey, that's all right. No problem. At least you tried, and that's the main thing. We appreciate that a lot. Well, so usually this is where we come to the end now, and I don't think anyone else had any other questions. Nimuro in the chat saying, Wolfka, you did a wonderful job. To be honest, way better driving than mine is. That's true. Nimuro crashes all the time on stream, so you're definitely a better driver than him. That's 100%. For sure. So we really do appreciate you coming out to the studio and talking with us and letting us learn a little bit more about what you do at SCS. And I'm sure the community really enjoyed themselves as well. Is there anything that you would like to say to them on the stream?
I just wanna say thank everyone for coming to see me how I cannot park, but hey, next time maybe everything's fine.
That's it.
And
No,
I love you people.
perfect. And we appreciate you coming out in your cosplay as well. It's really, really cool to see again. It's awesome to see the amount of detail that went into your mask and into the costume. We would love to see it in full. At some point, maybe in the future, we'll see. But it's always really cool to see the creativity of the people that work at SES Software. And we know that you work really hard on the game and also work really hard on those cosplay costumes as well. So thanks again for coming out. We really, really appreciate you coming and learning more about you as well. Cool. Well, everybody, I also appreciate the chat coming out as well. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening here for our stream. We hope you enjoyed it. There'll be more of them coming in the future, including a dedicated Hoarding Hope stream as well. That'll be happening shortly in the future with some other special guests, and there'll be some also other little dotted streams as well. We hope you have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, because there's lots of you watching from all over the world. And we will see you next time. You can always catch a replay of this stream at our YouTube channel. Just search up SES Software. Also want to give a massive thank you to all of our colleagues who are in the chat. I've seen Chenda, Namiro, Sissel, and quite a few others as well. And of course, to our production guy behind the scenes, Philip. Appreciate you. Thank you for having everything set up for today. And we will see you again for another one in the future. But until then, stay safe, stay happy, and have a wonderful evening. Goodbye from us at SES Software. See you, everybody.
Bye bye.